You're looking to learn data science fast so you can rein in some of those incredible career opportunities, right? Well, in this quick video, I'm going to lay out the very best data science learning paths in 2021. And I've gone ahead and custom tailored them for you so you can choose among the paths based on your unique circumstance. Be sure to stay to the end where I share the very best and most affordable data science bootcamps on the market. These recommendations are based on current market research in 2021, as well as my opinion based on my experience working in data science for the last 9 years. For the very best data leadership and business building advice, be sure to subscribe to my channel and hit the bell icon to be notified when a new episode drops each week. In case you're wondering why I'm qualified to say anything about learning data science anyway, I learned data science back in 2012 and have since gone on to start my own data business, and within that data business, train over 1 million data workers on how to do machine learning and AI. Hi, I'm Lillian Pierson, and I support data professionals to becoming world-class data leaders and entrepreneurs. So in this video, I'm going to share with you what I would do if I needed to learn data science again, but that may or may not apply to you, which is why I went ahead and carved out a few different learning paths that you could then adopt based on your current circumstances. The first of those paths would be the self-taught data scientist approach. That is the approach I took when I learned data science back in 2012. I actually produced a free ebook on this topic 3 or 4 years ago, but the self-taught approach is actually pretty simple and very affordable. Self-taught approach is really for people who already have a STEM degree. If you've already got a STEM degree, then you just need to kick it into overdrive by taking some extra courses on statistics, machine learning, Python, R, data visualization, and data storytelling. Honestly, you can just go over to Udemy and check out any of their high-rated courses over there. And then once you get those courses under your belt, you should be good to go. You may want to look into specializing in natural language processing and deep learning, or you may prefer to go into the more business end of data science and become something like a data science project manager or a product manager, or even start your own business, which is what I did. Data scientists are not statisticians. I repeat, data scientists are not statisticians. And the key distinguishing point between them is that data scientists have subject matter expertise. So while you're learning data science, just be sure to lean in heavily on your area of subject matter expertise. That would probably be an area that is similar or related to what you got your degree in university. Or if you already have substantial work experience, then the industry you've been working in the past would be a good candidate for subject matter expertise. Now, I have some courses over on LinkedIn Learning for learning Python for data science, as well as learning how to build recommendation engines. And I also have this free ebook I was telling you about. I'll leave a link to those in the description below, but let's move on to the second data science learning approach. Now, approach number 2 is for people who do not yet have a STEM degree. If you don't already have a STEM degree, don't worry, you can still become a data scientist. However, I do recommend you go to university and get a degree in data science. I recommend this because universities are going to require that you get up to speed with the prerequisites before admitting you into the program, and then they're going to put you through the rigorous approach that it takes to get a degree in the STEM fields. You really want to have that experience under your belt just to prepare you for the challenges of what it's like working in data science. Unfortunately, I know going back to university can be expensive, but I recommend just shopping around and looking for the most affordable approaches, or even going ahead and looking at some community colleges that can get you up to speed in the basics that you need in order to learn data science. Now, if you like this video on data science learning paths, then I am sure you will love my video on data science career paths. I will leave a link to it in the description below, as well as the cards in this video. Moving into the third approach. Now, this is the approach I would take if I needed to learn data science over again. I would take a data science bootcamp. The thing I really like about data science bootcamps is they evolve quickly and they adapt with changes in the industry, whereas universities and more bureaucratic institutions tend to take longer to catch on. And the nice thing about taking a bootcamp experience is you don't have to worry about designing your own curriculum and holding yourself accountable. They have a program in place to support you and hold you accountable and walk you through each and every step of the process. You can actually get an entire data science skill set in 16 weeks or less through one of the online data science bootcamps. But again, I only recommend these for people who already have a STEM degree. Although the data science bootcamps do usually have really solid prerequisites in place to make sure that people don't get enrolled when the program may not be a good fit for them. And lastly, I promised you that I would tell you the very best low-cost data science bootcamps on the market. And these are actually the programs I would look at enrolling in if I had to learn data science all over again. Personally, one thing that's changed in my life since I first learned data science is that I started my own data business, and that business brings in enough revenue that I don't have to scrimp and save all the time just to get by. I'm very grateful for that. Now that I have a little bit of extra money, if I was to learn data science again, I would go the easier, softer way, which is to go through a data science bootcamp. But not any bootcamp. Let me tell you, these data science bootcamps are making a lot of money. And most of these companies are funded out of Silicon Valley by investors who are looking to make, a good return on investment. So they're coming out with programs that cost $16,000, $18,000 for like 4 months. And then you get a set of skills that you could literally learn on Udemy for less than $100 if you had the initiative. Please do not sign up for something like that unless you feel especially compelled to do so. I myself would never spend $16,000 on a data science or any sort of skill building workshop. The bootcamps I did see out there that look especially promising though are the UCLA extension program. They have a 10-week data science intensive program. It cost $4,500. The other bootcamp that looked promising was Data Science Dojo. And I like the guru path that they had available for their data science bootcamp. Now, the reason I chose these two bootcamps over all the rest, it's not just pricing, it's also they allow for remote learning, and the programs are robust. So it's not like you're just going to go in there and learn how to do data science with Python or how to do data storytelling. These are all actually pretty simple skills you could pick up in an online course on Udemy or through my LinkedIn course, right? When I was looking at the actual curriculums involved in these bootcamps, I was looking for some more sophisticated expertise and experience that you would develop. So maybe things like network analysis or natural language processing, in coding in R, and time series analysis, things that just aren't straight out of the box, pretty simple. And these two programs offered that at very affordable price points. Another thing I liked about these bootcamps is they had really cool real-world data science projects. Now, in terms of getting hired as a data scientist, you'll need to have some experience. And there are really two ways you can go about getting that. You can learn on the job. Say if you have a position, like what I did is I already had a job where I was working as a data analytics developer, and then I got the skills, and then I just practiced and I started implementing data science solutions for my bosses inside the current role that I had. And then another approach you can take, which I also took, was to become a data science freelancer. And this way you can get paid while you're learning. So you just want to make sure that you're always honest and upfront with your clients about what degree of expertise you have, and then possibly offer them some special low pricing since you're brand new and you're looking to get experience. What I don't recommend, however, is spending lots of time doing tons of practice and building out these huge coding portfolios and applying for jobs when you could actually be getting paid to improve and become a data scientist on the job. Now, again, I cover both of these approaches in that ebook I was telling you about. I'll leave a link to it in the description below. And if you are already looking to invest both your time and money into learning data science, then now is the right time for you to actually start setting a vision for what you will do with those data science skills. I have put together a really fun 45-second quiz over on my website called the Data Superhero Quiz, and it helps you uncover the ideal data role for you given your skill set, personality, and passion. It's of course free to take, so I'll leave a link to it in the description below. You may also get a lot out of joining my free Facebook community called Becoming World-Class Data Leaders and Entrepreneurs. I'll also leave a link to that in the description below. Oh, and if you like this video, be sure to show it some love by giving it a thumbs up and tell me in the comments below which of these data science learning paths seems like the right fit for you. Also, be sure to subscribe to my channel so you'll be first to know when the next episode drops.